Hello, and good morning, and welcome to this week's episode of the Three Wise Men of Crypto. I'm joined by my two fellow wise men, Mr. Justin and Mr. Dave. How are we, gentlemen?
Good morning. Oh, Dave's had enough. He's walked up already. He's had enough. Dave's cold is what is happening. He's just warming himself up. I'm fine, thank you, Wiz. Yourself?
I'm good. It's been quite a quiet week. All the trades I put on last week played out. I've had no urge to go in trading and chasing anything else. Just a sort of quiet week waiting for some inevitable chaos.
Do you think there will be chaos tomorrow?
I think there will be some a little bit of manipulation. I think it'll be interesting. For me, I'm looking at some of the chaos. I don't think necessarily from the Fed. My chaos is more around, I've just got a feeling in my stomach that we see some earnings misses from the Mag 7. And I think that'll be a really interesting dynamic to throw into the mix.
Yeah. Dave? Say something intelligent.
Yeah, I mean, I never really like it when the market rallies or dips into an event. And obviously, the Bitcoin has done a little bit of work, but I mean, the S&P has just been ripping on it, heading into, what could be a risk-off event.
Well, we're rapidly approaching that psychological 7,000.
Yeah. Also, it's probably, well, in my mind, it's probably a case of the market rallying into the event, and then obviously everyone afterwards going, "Oh, it should go up now." But the move has already happened in anticipation of the event.
Yeah,
is what I'm kind of looking at it for.
Yeah, I'm on the same boat. I think there's some curveballs in. I don't know. Like, I look at the S&P and I think, what's going to be the trigger for it to fall? And I have a feeling it'll be really interesting if we get earnings misses thrown into it. I was saying to Justin before we came on, the news about Amazon doing the biggest corporate layoff in history.
30,000 people.
Is probably an indicator for me that Mag 7 results probably maybe not as good. I'm sort of also, Apple's the other one that I'm looking at. Like, they were probably most affected by the tariffs. I don't know how well the iPhone sales have gone, and it seems to have just rallied up on the basis that the iPhone sales have been absolutely fantastic. I don't know many people who have upgraded phones. It seems to be have gone a little bit under the radar.
Yeah, I haven't upgraded. I don't. It looks like it wants to pull back. Yes, but just looking at that, and I assume the Mag 7 are all just flying as usual.
Nvidia's up at. Nvidia keeps reaching up and pulling back, but I know myself and Dave, who are Nvidia bears, are quite liking every little push up.
Yeah.
Google is just continues to rip unholy. That doesn't really seem to show any sign of slowing down.
Yeah.
But Apple just keeps creeping up and up and up. I mean, 270 is nuts.
Yeah.
Considering it was being boo-booed not that long ago, so I have Apple on this current trajectory of getting to 80, 90. Because if you go on to the weekly, it's in this like ascending channel.
Yeah.
and it's got a bit of room. I don't understand why it's got such momentum. Right? Apart from it comes out, everyone says the iPhone's shit, Apple's rubbish, lost its blah 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 blah.
Mm.
Okay, that means
Yeah.
the chart goes up. It's another prime case of news is just nonsense, right? But it does look, and Google's reaching, isn't it, up quite high? Looks like Meta's just consolidated, Microsoft's consolidating, Nvidia is just a beast.
Which do you think will be the first to roll over?
Well, you want the ones that are, I would say, roll over and die, or just roll over and...
I think roll over and begin to distribute, because I think they're not far off distributing if they're not already in that phase.
Yeah. And we're getting very late in the credit cycle now, aren't we? Like, it's getting very late stage. I think you could definitely see it extend into next year, but we're getting to the point where, I mean, what is your risk in buying things here? Like, it's just ridiculous, isn't it?
Mm.
There's not much upside.
No,
left.
everything's
Although
very late stage now.
there's not much RR, should I say?
Yeah.
I would
And
say.
it shows you, I mean, Amazon coming and cutting, what was it, 10%? It was 10%, weren't it, of the corporate workforce? Shows that there's cracks there. I don't know what the reasoning was behind it, but obviously the cost cutting
It'll
for
be
some
AI.
reason.
We were
Yeah,
saying
AI.
earlier.
Yeah. But also, like, these people at the top know that we're probably late stage credit cycle now.
Yeah.
I would say for me, the two more likely to start or having the next pullback is Apple and Google, because they're the ones that are reaching up at the moment and made new highs.
Yeah.
And maybe Nvidia, but I don't know. I'm not confident that the end of the AI cycle's here. Not end of the cycle, but end of them reaching up.
Mm. I think there's so much money that's been thrown in. It feels like there's another roll of the dice to come.
Yeah. Intel would have been a good buy, wouldn't it?
What, when the Trump administration bought its stake?
Yeah.
They're up like 100% or something ridiculous on it.
Yeah. It's another wild beast. Yeah. Just Intel, whatever.
Mm.
I don't know, I'm just looking at other things. Like you look at the DXY hasn't. I still think that has a push up for rejecting. The S&P looks like it's going to go up.
Amazon has a new workforce of robots coming online. Interesting.
Mm.
There is a NVIDIA future presentation today. I know that Jensen Wang is speaking at, which I assume will be robotics.
Yeah. I was just looking at the indexes, and the FTSE's flying, the Nikkei's flying, the S&P's flying. Gold's doing. Gold's distributing. So oil's just kind of just still looks like it's distributing to me.
Yeah. Well, the FTSE benefits quite substantially from being so exposed to natural resources, obviously on the back of oil and gold.
Yeah. So from the long end, just looking at the bonds, I think with the UK and Japanese potentially could find support soon.
Yeah.
So they're quite interesting. But the 10-year, very close on the pound. How long have we got? We've got it's got
A month, basically.
Yeah, month.
It looks like it's all gearing up for that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It really does. Like news-wise, it's
Be interesting to see, because I have a sneaking suspicion, certainly on the UK bonds. I don't think we're in QE yet, but I have a feeling she's getting some help in trying to bring these down, because obviously the more that these go down in the run up to her budget, the more headroom it gives her.
yeah. Just look at the charts to me say that it looks like it's going to roll over, but my main indicator for whether we're going to have a crash still not happening. Happening. So I don't know anymore. But if we're getting close to the bond market potentially bouncing, is that going to draw some liquidity away from the indexes and commodities and stuff like that?
Yeah. Where is the money going to come from? Is an interesting point. I think in the world of crypto, then I know your favorite topic, Justin.
Go on.
How do you see this week playing out? Obviously, we've seen a little bit of a ping pong bit of chop. We saw obviously a massive rally up on news from Asia. We saw it pull all the way back. How do you see this week playing out? I know as a trader, it's going to be a lot of opportunities if you're good at scalping. If you're trying to swing it, I think you're probably going to get wrecked. How do you see this playing out?
I mean, we're at resistance, right, at the moment on Bitcoin. So you could start seeing some altcoins starting to pop a bit, I suppose. I'll just crush it. Crush it again, just for a laugh. I would say we're just still stuck in that. I mean, we held that liquidity zone that we talked about a little while ago on the daily at around about 107. Even though we liquidated, we held the daily support around that area. It looks to me. I don't know. It's not the cleanest price action at the moment, I'd say.
No.
I don't know how you guys are seeing it.
It's an interesting one. I think it's probably I'll flick a chart, but I think it's probably one of the weirdest monthly candles I've ever seen. If I put this on, like the pure absolute state of that monthly candle is just nuts. I don't think we've had another monthly candle like it. I know we had one on ETH similar, but just the sheer size of it.
Well, that is, I mean, you take candlestick patterns with a pinch of salt and stuff like that, but that is a typical trend reversal that you look for in a high wave candle. Again, they're not standalone, guaranteed and stuff like that, but that is, in candlestick trading theory anyway, that is known as a high wave candle, which you see at the top or bottom of a trend ready for reversal. Which it's interesting that it's come on the monthly, because we never really saw that, like you say, we never really saw anything like that on the monthly, which it is fascinating. It's come up at the point because, I mean, look at them rejection wicks for the past 4 months.
Yeah.
On Bitcoin.
Yeah.
You've put in. Yeah, I mean, I don't really. I don't really know what the success rate on high wave candles is. Well, I mean, it depends obviously what time frame you look at, but I mean, if you just look at the, what is that candle? It's a high wave candle.
Yeah, because the only previous example we've got, I don't know why that's pink. I'll put it black. Is that one there? Is a very similar candle, obviously not the same scale, but then you look at what came off the back of that monthly candle. Was that big push up?
Yeah.
Similarly, that's a bit smaller, but that's similar sort of pattern, and that was a push up.
Yeah, I mean, even that one at the start of 2024. I mean, that's tiny compared. That's like double the size, isn't it? The one that we've got now.
Yeah,
it's huge.
Yeah, I have a feeling we may see some movement on it, and the candle won't close the month like that. I have a feeling we'll see a higher body somewhere.
Yeah.
Interestingly, that it's basically level with the top of last month's candle body.
Yeah. I mean, it gives a great trading aspect because, unless you are like completely biased one way, if it fills in one end of the candle, then that's a great entry in it to try and obviously like flip the trade the opposite way. For instance, if we fill in the top side looking for a short, or flip the bottom, if we fill in the bottom side looking for a long, unless obviously you're looking at it completely, with a bias in mind.
Yeah, because you could argue if we close this body above here, we're still bullish despite that.
Yeah. I mean,
even better if we closed above here.
Yeah, I mean, there's still time to get Bitcoin's highest ever monthly close, isn't there? I mean, it's not that far away. What is it, like 2K away?
Yeah.
Like, it's nothing, really.
I mean, it's about as indecision candle as you can possibly hope for.
Yeah.
It's a hopes and dreams wrecking candle. I can only imagine the amount of hopes and dreams that have been destroyed on that candle wick.
I mean, I would love to know the monthly total for liquidations. Obviously, we know it was in and around 19 billion from what was reported on that one day. But obviously, I mean, to the top side, that has ripped through so many shorts on the way up to.
Yeah.
I would love to know the monthly total for what has been liquidated long and shorts this month.
Yeah, because that is crazy.
I'm not sure I can count that. Would it say that? Would that give you information on CoinGlass?
I don't know. I don't know what time frame you can view it at, but it must be. I mean, for the course of the month, with the amount of chop that we've had and then violent moves, you'd probably be thinking at least 40-50 billion in liquidation, surely.
You can't if it only does 24 hours. By the looks of
Yeah.
I'll ask Perplexity and see what they come back with.
Yeah, or ask Grok. I can ask Grok. Let's see. Ask Grok. Let's see.
Either way, it's
lots. Put it that way.
Yeah.
It's higher than I can count.
Yeah, because Ether's printed a similar monthly candle. You see that, but ETH is currently bearish. ETH prints these quite often, so it's hard to really go by because you've got one there and you had that. You've got one there and it did that. One there and it did that. Another there and it did that.
Grok has said approximately 32.5 billion, but up to today.
That's only the reported though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's only. I think it's got it from CoinGlass. I think it's looked at the thing of CoinGlass. Longs have been double wrecked compared to shorts.
There's a surprise.
Yeah, longs have been double wrecked.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's if that's an accurate figure, and then like you say, that's only the reported figure.
That's a crazy candle, isn't it? Back from 2021 on ETH.
Yeah.
So that was it. The thing is, ETH's just been chilling in that kind of zone, isn't it? I really don't know where it's going to land. It feels like.
I mean, do you kind of look at that and look at the past 3 months and where it's been rejecting, and then you look at the 2021 high, and you just say, you know, maybe we've just reached the high time frame range high.
It's a tough one, isn't it? Because I don't think it's rolled over yet. From a chart perspective, it doesn't look great. But then once you put a macro lens behind it and you think of all the headwinds that are supposedly coming to an end, obviously QT coming to an end, a move more towards risk on. You've got record inflows into gold. You've got potential trade wars being settled. You've got more of a move towards digital assets. You've got this oversaturated valuation in the equities market. It's just a very puzzling picture.
Yeah, it's just so if you look at ETH, we're essentially, if you look at around the count on the weekly, the 3rd of May and then the 30th of August in 21, we're kind of just, we're holding above that on the weekly. I mean, the weekly close, the last 2 weekly close or bottoms of the candles have been parallel, even though you've got the wicks below it.
Yeah, you got this zone here, haven't you?
Yeah. So we're kind of just chilling around there. But I mean, if Bitcoin can't claim, effectively it's got to gain 117.3. I would love to see it just wreck the shorts one last time, just for a laugh.
Yeah, I struggle to believe that it's the end of the road for Bitcoin this cycle.
I'm not saying that. I think one more, because the thing is, you've got you've got FOMC, you've got the potential end of the trade war with China. You've got the government shutdown. Still got Russia, Ukraine hanging out there. There's a lot of narratives that kind of need to play out to kind of before we look to move on. I would say, or break out of this range. Excuse me. So for now, I think it's, unless we get that clean reclaim above 117.3 on Bitcoin, I'm not convinced that we don't see another low put in. And can you imagine if we swept around about 98?
Yeah. That would be
on 92.
92. Oh, yeah, under here.
Yeah, that might cause a few tears.
That would be bull run home.
That would be, everyone's over. It's all over. I just want to hear that. Have people started saying on Twitter yet about we're so back?
I've seen a couple. Which is never a good sign, is it?
If it's we're so back, then 100% people are getting wrecked.
Oh, shit. Oh, I'm in the money. My buying dip on UPS seemed to pay off quite well.
I did it. So, yeah, I'm still kind of, for me, until we get that reclaim, what's total look like?
Let's have a look. Not much chilling.
Technically, it's consolidating lovely over that the highs from last December. So it looks like it's ready for a push. But I don't know.
No.
Who bloody knows?
It's hard to tell, isn't it, this week? The only position I've taken is I've longed to this thing because it felt like it was low given the fact of what we're going in for the week.
Yeah. I mean, I largely don't care, if truth be told. This will be off at some point. I do believe that. But obviously, every time you go, right, China, yeah, that might be getting resolved. I'm sure something else will kick off. And then you've had the was it Canada kicking off. It's just relentless boredom of crypto. Basically.
I've been trading more commodities than anything else.
Yeah.
Because speaking of commodities, how do you read this? I'll get a chart that doesn't have my trading positions on it.
Yeah.
How do you read this?
We are. I was looking at the higher time frame this morning, so I would say, from a daily standpoint, are we just front running the news tomorrow? Because if everyone goes, it's all over, and gold's going to start pulling back, I'd imagine it's going to start ripping some faces soon.
Yeah.
But it's been, what have we pulled back? So 11% so far, 11.3%, which is, what did we say the market cap have got? I mean, that's probably the market cap of crypto has pulled back, right?
Yeah.
It's just, I just find it so funny. But I truly don't care. We're going back to, so like gold wise, I would say we're coming up to a very important level. So there's, on the daily, you've got that doji red candle from the 2nd of October. That one there. So if we retest that and then go again, because on my Fibonacci chart, we have retested. If this doesn't hold, then you're potentially looking at 3750 kind of area, which is the next candle down. So I do believe 3750 there. We've dealt with. Yeah, there's a. There we go. Right, there is. For those that aren't familiar with how gold works or how traditional finance works, there is a new day opening gap that goes from 3,760, around about that area. So that might get swept. Again, I look at gold and go, it's a madman, and it will carry on. Once it's collected enough orders, then it'll make its next move. Until then, you're just guessing. So I just trade it. I think it's going to go up. Dave said 16 grand, so I'm going to say still going up. I have had some
in a little downtrend. For me this week, I've had more fun playing some of the earnings. So obviously UPS was a position that I was in for a while. as I spoke to Hugo about that one.
Yeah.
They're up 18% on earnings. I have taken there's a couple actually that I'm interested in. So Dave, I know we've spoken about this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm annoyed I didn't get an entry on this better. So I'm going to give you a look on this. You could have got quite a nice entry there ahead of pumpkin spice latte season. Are you much of a pumpkin spice latte person, Justin?
No.
Definitely is in secret.
No, I can't. One of my pet peeves, and I am sorry, but I actually am not sorry at all if I insult anybody here. One of my bugbears in life is when you turn up to a coffee shop and you get these people that are going, I would like a skinny chai tea, something latte with oat milk, extra hot, with banana sprinkles, and just fuck off for my language on the stream, but just order a coffee and get out of my way. Not to be too controversial.
Yeah, I'm a solid cappuccino person. Although I am partial, I do quite like matcha. I do like a matcha latte. Maybe it's the wokeness in me.
Matcha, that's that Japanese thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Japanese powdered green tea.
Like hard, basically.
Yeah, it's bright green.
No one likes matcha. It's all like
It's earthy.
Yeah, you've got to have syrup in it. I quite like. I for me, it's it's a slower release of caffeine. I tend to find it like, I don't know, like if I've done exercise in the morning, I quite like it. So if I have someone I've come back from like yoga or something in the morning, I find it quite nice. This is the life of a trader. I do yoga in the morning and drink matcha latte. This is day in the life.
What's going on? I'm with you. I'm going to a coffee shop. I would say I'm a flat white guy. If I'm going to have one.
Yeah.
So, but not anything too stupid, because it just agitates me and people in the queue. So.
Yeah. Dave's a pumpkin spice latte guy. Gets extra whipped cream, extra syrup.
Never. I've never actually tried it. I do kind of want to try it, but I don't want to buy one. I just want to try a little bit. And just see how
when I see you next, I'm going to buy you one. I'm just going to. I will bury my shame and do it for you.
Pumpkin spice lattes all around.
Yeah, make them as extravagant as you possibly can.
We might have to get one next time we're in Manchester, Wiz.
Yeah, for sure.
And do a video, unless you just say that there's one in there when there's not, which is fine by me.
Anyway, to finish that theme, if I'm just looking purely at the charts, Wiz, I would say, whatever the news is, I mean, tomorrow the Fed are going to cut rates, right? And it's going to be a little bit, and I'd imagine it doesn't do much.
Sorry, I am over the moon. Anyone in CSE who was following my cruise ship short, Royal Caribbean is opening 7.5% down.
There you go, happy Wiz. But the charts say to me, looking at gold, looking at the stock market, looking at bonds, that we should see an Uno reverso in a not too distant future. So bonds bounce, gold bounces, or metals bounce, shall I say, and the stock market goes down. And crypto.
Well, I'm going to
take the
profits.
Yeah.
I'll put it out there, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, I am. I hate to say it, but I've become a massive TradFi bear. I just keep buying short ETFs. I've been loading up on when we had that bounce yesterday on basically all of the Mag 7.
Are they open-ended, Dave?
You are?
There's no sort of, you're not on options, are you? Or
No, just short ETFs.
yeah.
Yeah. I loaded on the Mag 7 short ETF, which I haven't done yet. So that was my first entry, which is not too bad. Yeah, I just keep slowly adding. I'm still only I would say probably only about a quarter allocated of what I actually want, but slow and steady.
This could be the moment of your life when they rug.
I hope so.
Dave's
Yeah.
going to go, I told you so.
I hope so. I mean, either that or I just end up holding them forever and just watch it slowly go to zero and watch them delist and just completely rug me.
Oh, that is fucking glorious.
But
Anyway,
I wonder if that hurricane has affected.
Well, that was it. It was the weather closure. So that was always one of my things. Is I thought coming into it, is you've obviously got economic headwind, which it says more people are going on cruises, but certainly the Caribbean stuff this season is really, really stormy. I say this, my mother's currently in the Dominican Republic, and obviously there's the big hurricane going through Jamaica at the minute. It's apparently is really bad.
I was looking at it yesterday. It's meant to be. It's meant to
be one of the worst,
the biggest ever.
Yeah,
I think the biggest.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, it's intensified.
Yeah, so they were saying on the news earlier, like it could be like the worst piece of weather in human history.
Yeah, it's the intensity of whatever the millibar reading is. I believe it has exceeded Katrina's now.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, imagine being stuck in that.
No.
You'd just think you're gonna die.
Yeah. Would you rather, Dave, be stuck in a hurricane or stuck in a tornado?
I think I'd rather be stuck in a hurricane. I think.
Yeah.
Because I don't really fancy getting swept up by the tornado.
No. We've all seen that.
I used to love watching Twister. Do you remember the film Twister?
Yeah.
I used to love watching that as a kid. That was a great film. That I might go and watch that later. Actually,
they've done a newish one recently, in the last couple of years. Okay, right. So next, would you rather, Dave? Would you rather be in a hurricane or an earthquake?
Ooh,
I think probably an earthquake because they don't last too long, do they?
No.
Like they're like over and done, aren't they? Within a couple of seconds or a couple of minutes.
I think I'd want to be in a high-rise building in it, though.
No, yeah.
Okay, final one. So we're still still tornadoes is a no-no, right? That's your worst one so far.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Tornado or tsunami.
Oh.
What a twist! What a twist on the wise men this morning.
In terms of the tsunami, I'm guessing I'm in the vicinity of the wave.
You are.
Oh, I think probably the tornado because at least you're inside. You know, you can make yourself be inside. If you get swept up in if you get caught in that tsunami, you're basically just dead, aren't you? You're not swimming out of that.
No.
If the tornado rips the house apart, you could at least try and hold on to something.
Yeah.
Just holding on to the radiator or gripping it.
So in conclusion, from the natural weather phenomenon, Dave is most fearful of a tsunami. You heard it here first.
Yeah, but doesn't a hurricane bring a tsunami sometimes as well?
Yeah.
It brings bigger waves. A tsunami generally comes from an underwater volcano or landslip or I think that's all the wild weather.
I think actually out of everything though, I will probably be most scared of being in a plane crash than anything else. I think that is probably the most terrifying thing that could possibly happen to you. just falling out the sky, knowing that you can't go anywhere.
Yeah, we was talking about this the other day because I'm in the States next summer for quite a long period of time, and whilst I'm there, I'm going to be helicoptering over the Grand Canyon, and we was talking about helicopters versus planes, and obviously planes, if the engines go lights out, at least you can glide. Whereas a helicopter, you basically just fall or severe pain. And then
there's nowhere to go with a helicopter, is there? Like you're just spinning out of control.
Yeah. There you go. Sorry, we went a bit sort of like off topic there, Wiz.
Sorry, I was slightly distracted by my. I don't know. There's something satisfying about. That's one thing I love about trading stocks. There's something satisfying about shorting shit that people actually use. Especially like cruise ships. Like, I don't know. I don't like cruises anyway, so it's.
I've always wanted to go on a cruise, but I've never been on one.
I've never been on one.
No.
The only place I would consider doing one is somewhere in the fjords in Norway or Alaska.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the right time to say it, but I do like the look of the Caribbean ones.
But if it was with you, Dave, I wouldn't mind where it was.
No.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine the Norway ones would be really good for the views and stuff, but you're just not going to get the nice weather, are you? Like,
no, it depends when you go. To be fair, something like Alaska, I'd love to do like an Alaskan cruise.
Yeah.
And like, I think the Norwegian fjords are something you've probably got to do on a cruise because you won't see any of it if you went by land.
What about the one that takes you to Antarctica? Would you do that?
I've had a friend that's done that before, done Patagonia and Antarctica.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did he enjoy it?
Yeah. I can imagine.
It's
just vast nothingness, isn't it?
Especially if you go like the inland. Inland, there's like no wildlife or anything.
It's just tundra.
Yeah, and you've got obviously Drake's Passage. I saw, that ginger fella that ran the length of Africa.
Yeah.
I saw something about him claiming that he wants to be the first man to swim Drake's Passage.
So Steve-O looked like he was in the earthquake in
San Fran.
That would have been a bit excitable. Did the earth move for you, Steve?
Steve loves it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He can't get enough of it, Steve-O.
Fine, man.
That is beautiful. This is what you get for doing TA. A little bit of Justin's 5-minute TA, liquidity zone in here, boom. Sweeps here. Oh, fucking glorious.
Oh, any not meme coins? Did you see the pump on Mafia or whatever?
Yes, I saw that. Someone was messaging me about it. It feels like an exit pump.
It feels like an absolute. What did it do?
Oh, it's rolling over now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
another batch.
That, my friends, is what you call an exit pump.
I shorted Zek on stream yesterday.
Did you? What, Zcash?
Yeah, 360.
Oh.
You know what? I actually quite like Zcash as a project. I don't want to buy it here.
I mean, on the monthly, it looks like the perfect. Well, it was anyway. It was a real good risk reward place.
Your favourite up today, Dave?
What's that? What is it?
It'd be for Final Boss.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I'll tell you what has made a comeback. Actually, this thing out of nowhere.
We're talking meme coins. Tweeting about this the other day.
Yeah, I'll see if because I actually had this charted up, and annoyingly, it was one of those things I was looking at and I was thinking, hang on a second, this is starting to get a little bit interesting now because this is the TA I had on it. on that. That's on the weekly. I think you see it a bit more on the daily. But like, I had it when it bounced off here. It caught my eye a little bit. I never ended up relonging it, but it was a beautiful retest of this, and someone's obviously accumulated it enough to push it up. Also, to be fair, this is why you do TA, because you could have just had a short order in this liquidity box here, instant filled. But yeah, I mean, are we back in the season of things coming back to life?
I
don't know.
I don't think so. I did buy some more crypto the other day, though.
I think it's just rotation of capital, and it's just musical chairs. There is no new money coming into this space, not now anyway. I don't think.
No,
So it is literally just musical chairs. Like, you know, we'll see it with Zcash. You know, at some point, whether it's now and that was the top, or whether it goes a bit higher, but at some point, obviously, people will take profits, rotate, and then it will rotate into something else. It's
This is starting to catch my eye a little bit.
I tell you what was doing well yesterday was H. That had a good pump.
Humanity.
Yeah, that's had a good run.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
One where it's just done like 10x since the start of September.
I tell you what, I did see actually yesterday. It's H-bar.
Yeah, that's coiling up quite nice.
Yeah, that just pumped out nowhere.
Tau is just a bit relentless.
Burger Cities.
Yeah, I'm assuming the big green numbers are due to you buying.
I might buy some. I buy some occasionally. Yeah, I did buy some the other day actually.
This thing rolled over. Burger.
Did you see the thing about France this morning?
No.
So France considers a bill to acquire 2% of Bitcoin's total supply and create a strategic Bitcoin reserve.
Can the French even afford that?
I was going to say, isn't France like near bankrupt?
My views are, and apologies to all my French friends, they will probably deliberate and never ever kind of come to a conclusion. I also heard someone saying, some workmen that were around my house the other day, talking about the ID cards that are being proposed, and that their theory is that everything's going to get linked to it, your bank accounts, your earnings, everything, and then they'll be able to track everything. I'm like,
well, did you see that? I don't know. I mentioned it on stream last week. I don't know what shop it was. I think it might have been in M&S or maybe a different one. But on one of the sandwich packets, it had basically saying this sandwich contains, I think it was like 18% or something of your daily carbon output. So stuff like that's coming where, I mean, this government is just wild, aren't they, with net zero?
It's crazy as well.
Yeah, but that's what's coming next is like limitation on, and probably limitation on where you can drive without, if you drive 20 miles out your radius, you have to pay 20p a mile or something. But that carbon thing is probably the next thing that's coming where, anything that you buy is going to be like, all right, okay, you've used 100% carbon now. You have to pay to use more, or you have to not use anything else.
Another tax. But it's the data, the cybersecurity of being able to get all of the different platforms to go, yes, you can have everything on this one ID card, I think will happen. Then you got the carbon thing. BlackRock actually pulled out of ESG or whatever it was the other week. So I sense the narrative is changing in regards to carbon footprints and stuff like that.
Yeah, speaking about that, I'll tell you what, see if I can find a new, I don't know, because I know the issue is you're restricted now from trading futures on it, but coal may get a comeback.
You love it, you don't you?
I must admit, I do quite like coal. I don't even know if this is I don't know what the spot price of coal is. So,
well, you you should have two. You've got the thermo, and then you've got
This is a mix of both. You can't trade it as a standalone commodity. At least not
thermo and met coal.
Yeah. I think that mirrors both. I think we see a comeback. Thermal coal futures here.
Yeah, because thermo, that's the stuff that they hate.
Yeah.
This is, if there was an axis of evil, this is it.
This thing is
met coal's used for coking and stuff when they do steel production, whereas thermo is the stuff that they burn.
This is the stuff that you burn, and black smoke comes out of it.
Yeah. And what it is old dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, some countries, when they've done all of this, things like, I think, like countries like Poland, like 70-80% of their energy comes from coal-fired power plants.
Yeah. So
there was no way that they was ever going to suddenly just go, yep, we're gonna hit all the ESG stuff. And what does it really matter when you've got India and China that basically
burn it like it's going out of fashion?
Yeah. So it doesn't matter what everyone else does. You can lead by example.
That's why it's such a scam, isn't it? Because the UK is only responsible for 1%. I think it's less. I think it's 0.9 actually of the world's emissions.
Yeah, it's deindustrialization, isn't it?
It's such a scam.
100% scam.
Yeah, 100%.
I think we see a resurgence of natural gas, though. That's something that I'm quite bullish on. I actually think from a chart perspective, on the long term, this actually looks pretty good.
It looks like it's in the falling channel, doesn't it, basically? Might put in one more. A, B, C, D.
Look at the state of this, though, when they had the invasion. You imagine if you longed it down here.
Yeah. So it's. I find the whole thing about sanctions and stuff like that. Yeah, to me that looks like one more leg down. By the way.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like here.
The whole sanctions thing was just like a lot of the European countries can't do without Russian gas, or they're kind of screwed. I saw the Trump pump.
Yeah.
I actually own some Trump. Yeah, this is.
This thing also got one.
That is crazy. How low that's gone. I mean, that thing did that literally nearly go to zero as well. How low did it go? Went to 4
cents.
Well, how is the World Liberty Finance token doing?
Well, this one essentially paid for CZ's pardon, didn't it? Because he invested $2 billion into this, into their stablecoin. Yeah. So when Binance had the stablecoin investment from the UAE.
Yeah.
It was done in World Liberty Finance's stablecoin, on which essentially means that assuming CZ doesn't cash it in, the Trump family will be making around $80 to $90 million a year in interest payments from the treasury bonds it holds.
Right, yeah. Of course.
Seems like a fair deal. Because when I saw that, when they did the stablecoin, he said it was done on stablecoin rails. He liked the tweet. I think he replied to me on it, actually. But I said, surely it was done on BNB. And he said he just sort of laughed it off. Because you'd expect it to have been like Tether BNB or something like that.
Yeah.
Or at least something. Or whatever stablecoin. Is it CZ's new stablecoin? Is it stable now that do it? I don't know. Whoever does all the stable shit on Asta.
I don't know.
That's a chaotic chart if ever I've seen one as well.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's. I tell you what, I've mentioned this one before. This one, I do quite like this one, but because this is the one on base. However, I don't know. For me, this was backed by Peter Thiel, and now he's led a big fundraising round for Lighter. I don't know. I still think Lighter will be really good.
Base are doing a lot of work at the moment. I don't know if you've seen to try and get people on there.
Yeah. Well, they do
like
the occasional pumps, don't they, on the base tokens? So I know that this is used to get people in whenever they want to have a push. You see some green candles on here. Same, yeah. Some of the memes on it have been doing. Obviously, you've got Brett that's pushed up.
Yeah, they are doing a lot of work. Like they're really trying to get people on there.
This one as well. Yeah, this one as well. I don't know if you had this on your list.
My list of crypto is burger, steak, SLF. Don't care about anything else.
Look at the state of that candle.
It all have its day, but I've got no interest apart from shorting stuff. Trading Bitcoin, and Solana.
Yeah.
When I can be bothered, I've got no interest in looking at it until it actually does something remotely.
Oh, I like this though.
I can look again,
but I'm already quite long on this.
I've said to you before that this is one that I've heard like on Bloomberg and stuff when you hit like Cathy Wood actually saying the interviews and going love Bitcoin, but at the new kid on the block that we really like is Hyperliquid.
Yeah. So I think these dexes will eventually find their footing. I think when you see all the different approaches that they're doing, I think the one that really makes it click, because Hyperliquid are interesting because they're essentially trying to bring the order book into the DEX world rather than just using sort of matched spot pricing. I saw quite an interesting discussion from the head of Wintermute who was talking about how you would offer equities 24/7, because certainly outside of like the Mag 7 and the indices, you'd see mega spreads. Like you'd see like 10% overnight spreads, surely.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I think the main problem at the moment is obviously if you look to trade, like they've got the Nasdaq on there, haven't they? Have they put the S&P on there yet, or is it just still Nasdaq?
The Nasdaq is on there, but
I know the Nasdaq on there is XYZ 100.
XYZ, yeah.
I mean, the problem with them is you're going to be paying funding, aren't you? Like
the funding's nuts, isn't it?
Through the weekend and everything to hold it. But unless you're doing it as a day trade, it's a bit mad because I mean you're going to be paying the funding for the whole weekend, obviously when it's closed as well.
But if you're going to trade them assets, why bother doing it on Hyperliquid?
It's I mean it's mainly for people that are crypto rich, aren't they? Probably, and they don't want to go and trade it on 212 or whatever's Robinhood or whatever.
Yeah, I will sort of play a little bit of devil's advocate because I trade some equities on chain. Obviously, you're tax advantaged if you do it in ISA and stuff like that. But one of the things I quite like, from sort of the perps trading perspective, but also where you do CFD trading, your leverage is fixed and it doesn't really give you much flexibility. When I go on chain, I can trade more like I can from a crypto perspective. I can change what leverage I use. So I can, like Royal Caribbean, I was able to use 25x leverage and sort of position how I wanted to position. I'd like to see that element of flexibility. Because I think ultimately, you probably don't want to put more leverage into the system, but being capped at 5x for trading equities when I can go and do 100x on crypto, feels like there's a gap in between somewhere needs to be met in the happy middle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I get that.
Plus it means I can basically withdraw it straight to my crypto wallet. It's obviously away from things with my name on it, and I can do whatever I want with it. I think part of the issue is how difficult it is to actually onboard into crypto and on ramp, and how expensive.
Yeah, I can definitely, like I say, see the merits of it, and I think obviously tokenizing the stock market anyway, which is we know that the big boys are doing.
Yeah, and that's what they want. Like, you look at somewhere like, I don't know, like one of the traditional crypto market makers, someone like Wintermute, for instance. I bet they are absolutely gagging at the thought of the equities market coming onto chain, because it's just such a bigger pool.
Yeah,
Like the volumes are nuts. Even like options, like if you get options on chain rather than where they are traditionally, that opens up hundreds of billions of volume and liquidity.
yeah. I think from just a sense check, but why would they do that? Like bring it on chain? It brings more assets and liquidity to the market, right? And it also, from the TradFi guys, you're effectively opening up more trading volume during closed market hours.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a huge amount, but it's just more ways that they can just collect fees, right?
Yeah.
So
And
I get it, but like I say, the overnight holds and stuff like that's a big thing that they have to properly address. But most of like the exchanges, I know, like Mexi and Bybit, you can actually trade on NT5 on their platform for doing traditional assets. But to actually like tokenize traditional assets, I don't think. I think it's just like they're acting like a normal broker accounts, aren't they?
yeah. Yeah, because some of the funding is pretty nuts. So my Royal Caribbean, the 8-hour funding is minus 0.275. So that's about 30% annualized.
Yeah.
Which is expensive.
Yeah.
Whereas someone like Starbucks is positive 5%. So you're free to long Starbucks. I don't know. I think also for me, it opens up a range where I think we see more competition and more innovation, because that's always been one of my gripes with consumer trading platforms is they never, and what they learn from crypto is the crypto exchange front ends are generally pretty good. Like you compare, yeah,
it's like TradFi is absolute, like it's digital versus analog basically.
Yeah. Like you look at some of the the exchange front ends, obviously using some top examples. Is FTX was really good, obviously before. I quite like the Hyperliquid front end, but then you look at stuff like Blowfin and Bybit, and their front end has always been really, really good. Compare that to the front end of TradFi, and it's like you say, it's like analog and digital. It's
non-comparable. It's shocking.
Yeah, and I think this opens it up. It's. Anyway, gentlemen, we've. I think we're nearing the end of our run. Are there any final comments? We've not called a top or a bottom, but I don't think a top or a bottom is particularly easy to call in this scenario.
I'm gonna go that the very top of Bitcoin. Bear with me 2 seconds. Let me look. one. No, let's not go there. Let's go there. 116,470 is my number.
Too short from.
It's a short from. That's where I think if we're going to get because what I can see potentially happening tomorrow is Bitcoin, whatever the FOMC numbers are, we know we're going to get at least 0.25%. Right? I think that's pretty much nailed on. You'll get a push into supply and then hopefully hard rejection. Or it'll be a nothing burger.
Yeah, I'm of the same persuasion. I think we get a push in, clear these wicks, and come back down. I think we've still got quite a nice structure on the 4 hour moving up, but it feels like that's going to want to be tested. Those fuckery candles there probably also are primed to retested. I would like to see us come back and tap into this zone one more time. Or maybe a little.
It's uncanny, the chart that I've got. So this would have us pushing potentially to 119, which I can't see. And then pull back to at least 107.
Yeah.
But I'm not entirely convinced that it's going to be FOMC that does it. What happens if Trump meets you and they have a punch up instead of a trade deal?
Well, some of it is that not all of it has been properly agreed with the Chinese higher ups. I don't think they're particularly. I think some of them aren't particularly happy. It feels like they've got more pressure on the Americans than on the Chinese. I think the Chinese could get by.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how much because Xi could start turning the screw a little bit this week in preparation to it. All he has to do is start offloading some bonds.
Well, they've got. So I think it's Thursday they meet, isn't it?
Yeah.
So nothing burger from FOMC is where I'm going with it now.
Yeah.
Nothing burger from that, and then China rug pull.
Yeah. Right in time for the weekend.
Yes, perfect. Dave, can you get behind that?
Yeah. I actually, I'm going to say something controversial.
Oh, no.
Go on.
I actually think that the cycle top is in.
Oh. Where's bullish Dave gone?
I'm more and more thinking that anyway.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm more and more thinking that.
Interesting.
Cycle top.
Yeah.
So you're saying that the entire crypto market
has peaked.
Mm-hmm.
At the total market cap at 4 trillion after 3 trillion last cycle.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I think I think it's nearly done anyway.
Well,
that's a mic drop ending for the stream.
If that's Dave, you need to stand up, get that mic, and drop it.
Yeah. If you're still watching this and your hopes and dreams have been crushed by Dave and his projections, make sure you drop a like and a subscribe. I'm sure.
Yeah, amazing short everything.
No, yeah, I do agree with you. I think we'll probably go down after tomorrow.
I think it's got to be you've got to build up the hopes of a push, and then run
sink
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
it
then,
makes sense.
and then next month will be bullish November.
Upvember.
November.
That's actually my thumbnail for today, to be fair.
Love it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Love it. Right, gents. Pleasure as
Thanks,
always.
everyone.
Yeah.
See you next week after the FOMC, Nothing Burger Chaos, Trump G, whatever.
You know what we should start saying on this? Just start saying "see you next Tuesday."
See you next Tuesday. You see you next Tuesdays.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm buying is burger.
Buy burger, or else you'll be flipping them.
Yes. There you go, Dave. That's another one for your Stonksy channel.
That is it. That's a good one, that.
Right. See you next
later on.
Tuesday.